saying I believe in democracy, I believe in our constitutional government, I believe in the separation of powers, and I wish the Supreme Court felt the same way. Because the Supreme Court of the United States, or SCOTUS, continues to shoot itself in the nuts, or scrotus.
Stephen Colbert is one of former President Donald Trump's biggest critics, even while the latter was still in the White House. Following the big news of Trump's hush money trials coming to an end, makes all the more sense that Colbert had something to say. We'll be going through all the details of his live TV comments with all the inside jokes, subtle contextual comments, and the satirical genius of Colbert. Let's get started. That opening clip you saw was from a video of Colbert dragging the Supreme Court for not taking definitive action against Donald Trump during his recent hush money trials. Colbert seems to subtly imply that the justice system has been perverted in favor of the former president. He goes on to show his disappointment by dropping this hilarious line.
They've been racked with scandals over the past few years, including Clarence Thomas's wife promoting the coup on January 6th, and Clarence Thomas himself accepting luxury vacations from the guy who owns Hitler's napkins. And now there is a brand new scandal involving Supreme Court Justice and lifeguard watching you drown, Samuel Alito.
Dragging Clarence Thomas and his wife for their behavior and relationship with you-know-who, all the while subtly dragging Samuel Alito into the fray as well. That's not such a great way to spend your days out of office, Alito. In fact, Colbert directly implicated Alito by showing evidence that he had hung an upside-down flag a day after the January Capitol Hill incident, with the upside-down flag having certain implications of Alito's allegiances. Take a look.
All of Alito's garden gnomes were fully QAnon. Now, when it comes to January 6th cases argued before the court, Alito has been highly sympathetic to the mob.
But that's not even the funny part. Here's the funny part.
That's like when your couples therapist is wearing a shirt that says, Team David. Which is why, when this photo was published, Alito immediately did the right thing, owned up, and blamed his wife, saying in a statement that he had no involvement whatsoever in the flying of the flag. And it was briefly placed by his wife, Martha Ann.
Well, the video speaks for itself. Make of it whatever you want. Next, Colbert went into the main course meal by roasting the former president with this low-hanging fruit of a jab. Here's what he said about the former president's sex scandal trial.
Last 4 weeks have been full of lurid and shocking sexual revelations that we learned 6 years ago. It's been a real case of deja vu.
The ironic truth is that most of what was supposedly being revealed had actually been somewhat ubiquitous information about 6 years ago. Surprised? Well, Colbert didn't stop there. He subtly dropped this line to support his cause while viciously dragging Michael Cohen into the mix, calling him the prosecution's star witness and a Trump fixer, while showing an extremely embarrassing photo of Cohen trying to open his car. Classic Stephen Colbert. Take a look.
Once again today, the prosecution presented their star witness, former Trump fixer Michael Cohen, seen here regretting knockin' while the van was a-rockin'. Cohen's testimony seems to prove that Trump was directly involved.
Well, Cohen was definitely on the spot during the hearings, and this is what he had to say about the sexual allegations against Trump with adult film star Stormy Daniels. Well, the way Colbert passed this info to us was not only funny, but extremely genius. He easily got the whole crowd laughing. Here's what he said.
Cohen's testimony seems to prove that Trump was directly involved in paying off Stormy Daniels. For instance, yesterday, Cohen told the court that after first resisting, Trump eventually ordered him to pay Daniels $130,000, telling him, just do it. In response, Nike has changed their slogan to, Yay, sneakers. Yay.
Colbert implies that Nike would rather go with a new lame slogan like, Yay, sneakers, than ever have anything to do with Trump or his administration. He also gave an excellent replication of the former president's voice without much of a hassle. It doesn't seem like much. We all know that the trial didn't exactly go like most of us would have wanted, but Colbert still managed to drop this comment that would definitely have Trump snickering wherever he was.
Today, testimony ended in the first ever criminal trial of a former president of the United States. Now, it may not have been the Trump trial we all wanted. It may not be about his most hideous crimes, but damn it, at least he farted. They can never take that away from us.
Trump farting during the court hearings must have been top of the list of the most hilarious things that happened in all of America this year. And Colbert was on hand to give us that reminder firsthand. This is a moment the Trump team would not forget in a hurry. Well, at this point, Colbert was just warming up, and he ironically picked up, in my opinion, the next most hilarious thing that happened in the hush money trials. If you guessed Trump's dozing around, you were right. Take a look at this footage.
After calling just 2 witnesses this afternoon, Trump's defense rested. Of course, Trump himself is fully rested. Today was Trump's chance to wake up, snort a line of gas station energy powder, and get on that stand to prove that this is all a big Joe Biden witch hunt, but it is now confirmed that Donald Trump will not testify.
Next, he jabbed at the fact that Trump had tried to pay off adult film star Stormy Daniels through Cohen with a check of a specified sum. If you know Colbert well, you'll know he'd do it in the most ingenious way. It's one of those things you should see for yourself.
That is shocking. Trump is not talking? What happened? Did he write himself a check for $130,000?
Well, that definitely sent the crowd into a frenzy. I bet no one was expecting that comeback, but hey, what goes around comes around, right? On a more serious note, however, the fact that Trump's defense decided to rest without giving their king a chance to testify might also denote some inner workings of the team. Maybe the team realizes that Trump wouldn't be able to cover up all the loopholes that they already had to cover. With so many charges put up against him, it's going to be hard for him to put up with it. Maybe that's the case, maybe not. Next, Colbert lined up a low slinger with this mimed monologue that shows what everyone else is probably thinking right now.
Trial's not over. Next week, they'll finish up with the closing arguments. The judge will give the jury instructions, and then the jury will begin deliberations. Thank you for your instructions, Your Honor. We will return with a verdict after careful deliberation. Yeah, he's guilty.
Well, it's only a matter of time before we actually get to hear the final proceedings and final order on Trump's hush money trials, and we have to expect nothing less than a guilty verdict. The former president would probably need a miracle to be found innocent in this 45-count charge case. Well, all of these are actually really low blows to Trump and his 2024 presidential race. But there's something that Colbert shares with us that makes us realize that Trump is actually at a much lower point than we thought.
Crowds have been much smaller than police prepared for and made up of folks like amateur puppeteers, a DJ with a portable speaker, and the self-proclaimed most successful sex capsule salesman in Idaho, Utah, and Nevada. Really makes you feel for the second most successful sex capsule salesman in Idaho, Utah, and Nevada.
Well, it's his MAGA supporters. You know, the Make America Great Again folks. A group mostly made up of Karens, old racist divorcees, and a few ranchers who want to shoot off their guns in the noisiest way possible. Yeah, those guys. The ironic part of this story is that the public expected large numbers of MAGA supporters to turn up for their supreme leader Trump at the trials. But guess what? Yeah, many of them didn't. Well, Colbert himself has said it. So what does this mean? Are Trump supporters waning in number? Has the veil of stupidity and incoherence been lifted off their eyes? Is it possible that some of Trump's hardcore supporters are finally coming to see the light? Whatever the case may be, Trump and his MAGA mafia seem to be in a downward spiral at the moment. They don't seem like the same powerful force that surprised Capitol Hill police and security on January 6th. Has Trump lost the golden touch of his golden hair? What about the presidential race? Would this be a deciding factor as well? We'll be leaving you with this clip of Colbert analyzing a video released by Trump supporters. It's supposed to contain plans for a new America with Trump as president. Take a look.
Trump's minions aren't being subtle about the authoritarian plans they have if Trump wins this next election. Case in point, Trump posted a video touting how great a second Trump term would be, ending with MAGA. But in grayscale, underneath it is the headline, "Industrial Strength Significantly Increased, Driven by the Creation of a Unified Reich." Unified Yike? That's not a dog whistle, that's a whistle made of dog.
Here's what Colbert had to say.
Evidently, MAGA now stands for Make America Germany around 1938. A spokesperson for Trump's campaign explained that this was not a campaign video. It was created by a random account online and reposted by a staffer who clearly did not see the word. Yes, they didn't see it. It's a simple case of not see.
Well, folks, that video leaves a lot of burning questions, and we'd love to hear you rant in the comments. Tell us your thoughts. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you in the next one.